In this video, we are ready to crank over the engine. Finally, we put back the OEM intake box. Before we crank the engine, we added a cleaning agent mixed with water into the coolant system to flush the rest of the coolant system and topped off the engine oil to prep the engine for a quick flush. Yeah, oil's in, that valve is open, the water's on.
And put back on.
Yeah, that water's gonna spray hard, so just be careful. I put the whole 5 quarts in. Obviously the oil filter has oil. So this engine takes 5.5.
Yeah, I think it takes 5.5.
So it's gonna be 5 something, so it should be fine.
Change filter here or no?
No.
Alright, you do that after.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Just check, like I'm sure I have everything the way it's supposed to,
Oh yeah, I believe in you. It's covered.
The connector, the vacuum lines,
Fix that clip, right?
yeah. I swapped the terminal, so hopefully that's all good because I made sure that was 100%. Checking the corner inside the intake, but I'm pretty sure I have, We will have a future video at the gray link above the screen about how to perform a coolant flush.
Oh yeah, looking like a PS5 Gran Turismo S2000 style. So,
good luck. It's like
just prime it before you start it. Turn it off, turn the ignition. Let the pump come on. I mean, I don't know if you had any fuel lines disconnected.
nah.
Alright, then you should be alright.
Like instant, like boom.
Yeah, if you have the funnel, you gotta get the air out.
Yeah. Let me get the I didn't have the radiator funnel that day that looks like this to bleed out the air out of the coolant system clean, so just monitor the radiator and coolant temperature. Smells good? Smell?
It sounds good.
It's burning off the oil that residual from around, As you're noticing, the exhaust manifold is burning off some residual fluid that has dripped from the cylinder head when valve cover was off. It's on fire, Lucy! What did you do? Yeah. Alright.
Sounds like a bearing.
Bearing?
Or maybe the belt? No, I'm saying like the mechanical part sounds fucking good.
Yeah, no, it sounds better than it ever did.
Yeah. I was expecting like loud ticking. We gotta look at that tensioner. I don't know if it's past its service. I know there's something with this line here.
Yeah, that matches that.
Yeah, we gotta look at it in the book.
Well, it's either that, which sounds like it's probably that.
I mean, the only way you can tell is by like putting like
Screwdriver.
a long,
Since we also didn't have a stethoscope, used a very long screwdriver to hear any odd vibration that may travel through screwdriver to pinpoint the abnormal noise. Well, it wasn't making that noise, but yeah. Casey, monitor the coolant temp on a gauge cluster. Just make sure that that's doing okay.
AC? No.
It almost sounds like it's that thing here.
Yeah, right?
Because the pulleys don't make that noise.
Sounds like it's leak. It's like sucking something in. Oh, there you go. Yeah, whatever you did there.
I don't remember it making that noise before. Since the bypass valve is causing that noise, price for that part isn't cheap. Since the part catalog had a hose routing diagram, check hose connections again. The first hose that goes across the intake box is correct. The hoses that are going into that bypass valve were connected to the wrong ports, which one of the hoses were swapped top to bottom. It corrected the issue and saved me some money, because knew that that bypass valve wasn't broken. Although the exhaust note sounded like we upped the horsepower from those bypass valve hoses mixed up, knew that wasn't a normal exhaust note from daily driving the S2000. Mistakes happen. That's why it's important to document stuff before and know how to backtrace to solve issues, even if you did the job a million times.
Other than that, sounds fucking phenomenal.
Let me look underneath. Let's make sure it's not leaking on the bottom. I mean, you know, the pan is dry, you know. The water? No. Yeah, that's fantastic. I know the coolant's starting to gush here and there. Yeah, I mean, just enough to run, because I got to drain it out anyway. So. Actually, you see the coolant without getting splooshed. Yeah, that looks good so far. Water pump's not leaking. Yeah, it sounds really. The engine is quiet. I think that's how it sounded like when I bought it. Honestly. Thermostat's okay. Is that normal?
Major screws. Sounds like it has more horsepower now.
6 months later, the covers we had apart and resealed so far has not leaked oil. There was one part that I found leaking oil unrelated to the timing case service. That was the VTEC spool valve. At my local Honda dealer last year, parts department told me that they can only order spool valve itself, which is quite expensive. So found both gaskets on eBay and replaced it. So degreased the spool valve, sprayed a liquid powder around spool valve, and surely the oil leak revealed itself between the solenoid, which my opinion, maybe the metal warped, and makes me wonder why they sell the spool valve complete in the parts catalog. So rather than giving eBay another chance with their gasket, I just replaced the VTEC spool valve because I want to keep my F22C clean. Hope you enjoyed watching the S2000 Time and Chain service series, as lots of effort went into performing the work, filming, and editing. To all S2K owners, hopefully technical info will help you keep your S2000 alive as long as you exist. So if you like what you saw today, please hit like, share, and subscribe. This will help support the channel. Just as you, the viewer, we also have to work to pay our bills, which that takes time away from the video editing. We're not rich, we're not sponsored, and we don't have mommy and daddy funds to support our projects being filmed and the camera equipment to capture those moments. So a moment of your time by hitting like and subscribe can accelerate our challenges and progress for this channel. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.